Lu Sheng enters a deep mental simulation, sparring relentlessly against his former master, Yang Yizhou, to test his limits. However, the brutal training simulation catches him completely off guard, forcing him to open his eyes in shock. Sweating from the immense strain, he finally understands the terrifying reality of a peak level 14 powerhouse and how they control multiple laws. He realizes that even though he technically commands many more laws than his old teacher, Yang Yizhou's absolute mastery allows him to perfectly fuse 3 distinct laws into a single, flawless law body. This seamless fusion makes the old master completely untouchable, easily brushing aside any of Lu Sheng's simulated strikes. He admits his once proud immortal physical body feels like fragile paper compared to a true level 14 law body. He acknowledges that without his space law letting him cheat death and dodge every incoming blow, he wouldn't even have the right to stand on the same battlefield as a powerhouse of that caliber. Recalling his past clash where he successfully tore an arm off the cosmic horror known as the Forgotten Lord, he humbles himself, realizing he basically just plucked a single hair from an entity with countless hidden limbs. Even his unused ultimate move combining the 5 elements laws probably wouldn't make a massive dent right now. He concludes that his only hope for a true leap in power is to finally break through to level 13. Putting his doubts aside, Lu Sheng spends the next half of a cosmic month in deep, uninterrupted cultivation. He burns through all 10 premium star cores in just a few days, skyrocketing his extreme yang immortal cells to 85 million. Lu Sheng takes a deep breath, letting his power settle after finishing his intense cultivation session. While he is impressed with his progress, he realizes that reaching level 13 requires at least 100 million extreme yang immortal cells, meaning he must acquire 10 more tier 3 star cores to bridge the gap. Needing a brief mental break, he boots up a highly detailed virtual simulation of his old hometown to unwind. He steps into a perfect recreation of his high school neighborhood, watching his family live out their peaceful, happy lives in the simulated crowd. He remains a quiet observer from a distance, enjoying this warm memory of the loved ones he is working so hard to protect. However, his brief nostalgic trip is interrupted by an incoming communications signal, bringing him back to reality. The crew announces that the Star Spirit Flower has finally arrived at their destination, the Hunting Bow. Inside the observation deck, the passengers gather to marvel at the gorgeous, glowing stellar expanse unfurling before them. Sensing the shift in their journey, the veteran fighters and Zi Yongshan wait expectantly as heavy footsteps echo down the corridor. Lu Sheng calmly strides out of his quarters to join the others on the deck. Hai Jido greets him and explains that while they have officially crossed into the Hunting Bow territory, they still have a short journey left before reaching the actual landing zone. Xiangshan quickly chimes in, eagerly explaining that as the true hub of the entire Heavenly Serpent galaxy, the Hunting Bow is unlike anything he has ever seen. She highlights that this massive sector is dozens of times larger than standard space, boasting a celestial density over 20 times higher than ordinary star systems. Xiangshan brings up a detailed stellar map of the sector for Lu Sheng to review. Looking at the map, Lu Sheng immediately notices how perfectly the star system mimics a fully drawn bow, finally understanding the origin of its legendary name. He sincerely thanks Xiangshan for her generous initial gift of star cores, expressing how satisfied he is with the quality. Xiangshan politely insists that she and her Chamber of Commerce are the ones who owe him everything, since their ship would not even exist without his intervention. Lu Sheng casually waves off her gratitude, remaining humble about saving their lives. Before he can finish speaking, she respectfully steps forward and presents him with an exquisite, heavy treasure box. She explains that this is a private token of her appreciation, opening the box to reveal a brilliant collection of 20 additional high-grade star cores. Surprised by her generosity, Lu Sheng pretends to hesitate politely before accepting the box with a warm smile. Xiangshan explains she also brought a state-of-the-art hyper-frequency communicator developed exclusively by her chamber. She explains that this device guarantees instant, real-time communication across the entire Heavenly Serpent galaxy without any delay. Hearing this, Lu Sheng's eyes light up with excitement. As he slips on the high-tech glove, he reflects on how he had just built a virtual world simply to cope with missing his family. He is thrilled that a device capable of penetrating vast cosmic distances actually exists right when he needs it most. As he clenches his fist, the glove syncs with his body, transferring digital data directly into his mind. He immediately tests the interface, finding that besides galaxy-spanning communication, the glove links directly to his mental power to act as a combat assistant. Highly impressed, he smiles and remarks that he truly feels like a high-tech warrior now. Xiangshan smiles politely, glad to see that her thoughtful gift was exactly what he needed. She then adjusts her sleeves and bows deeply, presenting him with one final, mysterious offer on behalf of her chamber. Intrigued, Lu Sheng looks at the final item, wondering what other valuable treasures she has to offer him.